to yet another edition of the Unicohs Talk Show with your host, Louis Kasoka. And today I am joined with two men that are dressed, two handsome men. And welcome guys to the show.
Thank you so much.
On my far left is a man who is going to introduce himself to me in less than 5 minutes, sir.
My name is Kelvin Misizi, or Kelvin Lenge, and I was a student here at Unicohs in EHT, just completed in 2019. And I held quite a number of positions like PRO, acting, I was a football coach, I was a leader in church, and I was the entertainment officer. That was the major sport that people know me for.
Great.
So basically that's it about me.
What about you, sir?
My name is John Kapita. I also held quite a number of positions, but I think the major one was the office of the president. I was also the resident dean at some time, the sports captain, the debate president, to go on and go forward.
Oh,
Oh,
he was a treasurer as well. That's lovely. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great.
yes, sir, yeah.
Today, in the next 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to talk about things that will build the school. We're talking of Unicohs. Unicohs is the caption for our talk show today. Maybe in less than 2 minutes, a brief history about Unicohs.
Unicohs is a growing institution, but Unicohs as an institution has achieved in a few years what other institutions can only hope for in a lifetime.
I was trying to look at things that you have done. From your reign as entertainment officer, you raised up a number of things that are tremendous. And trust me, each and every person that comes to see the works that you did will be pleased. Maybe just a brief item of how you managed to do everything during the reign of you being an entertainment officer.
Okay, so how we managed to do, I'm saying we because I didn't
It's a team.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't work
okay.
alone. Quite right, I was the leader then, but I worked with him also as president.
Oh,
I
brilliant.
also worked with Mr. Malungo, who is now the Dean of Students Affairs. He was the president then. And I also, in my office as entertainment, there are two names that I never forget to mention.
Oh,
This is Rita Mwale and Joyce Kapango. These guys really helped me a lot to achieve what we achieved.
okay.
So let me just mention a few events and things that we actually achieved. And then we basically wanted to change the face of Unicohs because the time we came here, Unicohs was perceived as a school for big people. It was perceived to be boring, so to say. So we wanted to paint the face of Unicohs to make it more entertaining and more happy.
Just a question, did you make it as interesting as possible?
I believe we did not reach what we wanted to achieve, but at least we achieved what we could.
Great.
And then we tried to leave certain things for other people due to time, because you know time in university is limited.
Exactly.
So we started up the program of every first, whenever we opened in that intake, in that let's say a term, we used to take students out for a social outing. We went to Mundawanga. It was a very powerful, brilliant event. People can relate. Videos are still there. We went to game parades. We held a fundraising dinner, which was very powerful. Because our target was to raise money to buy a PA system and a TV. We managed to buy a PA system, but a TV we did not buy because there was a certain amount of money that we were expecting from someone that we told the leaders that came after us to follow it up so that money can come in so we can buy a TV. But since we had no powers, we could not achieve that. But still, we achieved a lot of things with the people that I worked with, including him, because the time we were raising for we came up with the fundraising dinner. It was during his regime. So we worked as a team and it was brilliant.
Oh, great. Mr. President, 2018. Yes, being a president comes with a lot of challenges. You might agree with me. And you might agree with me as well because you've been president before. What are some of the challenges that you have faced during the reign?
Like you have put it, being a president comes with a lot of challenges. But in whatever form of leadership you find yourself in, do not find yourself doing everything alone. Quite okay, we had a lot of challenges and a lot of successes again. But I think the challenges that we were facing by that time concerning academics, I think we had a lot of shortages where chairs are concerned, and sometimes even classes. You find that you want to go in class, and then you find that all the classes are occupied, and then you'll be forced to say you have your class later in the afternoon.
Mr. President, sir, not to cut you short, I love the part that he made mention of, to say every leader has challenges, and everything comes with challenges. There's what you said, you mentioned something about chairs. Maybe before we go too much about the challenges, can you give us some of the achievements that were made under your reign, Mr. President?
I think we managed to convince the management through the SRC, and it was possible that they managed to get a lot of chairs. And I think to this day, they do not face that challenge.
I was like, guys, I've seen that you people are learning with chairs in classrooms, and then we also have some chairs that are just stuck in the storeroom, which is a very good thing. During our time, even during exams, you find that chairs are finished. You would write an exam while standing.
Oh.
This is true. This is a fact.
Yeah, sometimes
you write exams while standing, or you have a chair, you do not have a borak. You write an exam on the thigh. So those are the challenges we used to have concerning chairs and boraks. But now we managed to convince the management during his regime to come up with all these chairs that you're seeing. So, and more boraks and all that. So
sometimes we even go in church with a chair.
You have to go with a chair.
You have to carry one chair. Yes, when going to church. And when leaving church, you're supposed to carry that chair again. You go with it in class.
Class again. That's how bad.
So that's how bad it was.
Unicohs is a fast-growing institution. A lot of people would like to know how fast has the school grown.
I think that has grown very fast because, like, during our time, we never had a proper library like this one. I think I've seen more stock books. I've seen a lot of computers that are workable. I've seen people are using the internet now. The results are being posted more often and more fast. I've noticed that students are able to receive their results through WhatsApp mediums and all that, which is a very good thing because a long time ago we never used to receive our results.
Just a quick one, Mr. President. You had seen everything was in your office. Talking of relationships under his office, how do you describe the issue of relationships in school? What do you think about relationships in school?
For me, okay, it's both good and bad. But for me, I would say on my part, I think it was a good thing because it motivated me to do my best because I knew to say if I fail, and then I have somebody in school.
In the same class.
Same class actually. Yes, same class actually. So I think that pushed me to even start more hard.
Entertainment officer, you think about relationships now and then.
Okay, so like he said, it's both good and bad. Because I myself, I'm the person who just saying I will never date while I'm in school.
Oh,
starting from
did it work out?
Chill. I'm still explaining myself. So I said I was never going to have a girlfriend in school. But during my time, I thought, because I've stayed in school, I'm dating for a long time, and then during my final year, I decided to give it a try, and then it worked out just good. It was. It's not like what they say that if you have a girlfriend, then they are going to be disturbed academically, whatever. It's just it is what it is. If you are a failure, regardless of you having a girlfriend. Definitely. So I think it's not a bad thing to have a girlfriend in school, but you just have to know what you're doing while you are dating, you are in that relationship. Exactly. So I think that's the thing about that's the answer on that guy.
I must believe that both of you are SRC members, the top leaders of SRC, and there are some challenges that you guys faced and you overcame.
Okay,
You overcame them.
yeah, so some challenges that we faced that we overcame were financial challenges, mostly because we would come up with a program and we need management to help us, and management would just say no. They will give us a solution, say, guys, you come in short notice, so you should be coming 2 weeks before the event. We tried to do that, it still failed to work out. So what did we do? We came up with programs like how we achieved even most of the things that we did. We came up like the fundraising dinner I mentioned about.
Yes.
We held the fundraising dinner minus asking for any amount from the management.
From management.
Yes.
Wow.
But there was plenty of food. We invited Dumisani Mube, you know. Yeah, we invited him as the guest of honor. He came, he placed a huge amount of money,
Wow.
which was a very good thing. So what we did was, we wanted also the new leadership to implement that idea that we came up with. And people who are watching right now, those who are coming in leadership this year, I don't know if it's next year, you can take up this. What we used to do was, we would come up with a committee for that particular event. So that committee will come up with a budget, and then you can loan the money towards the event, the event will pay you back.
Did you have a tactical management team?
Yeah, that's what we used to do. Because like I mentioned, those two ladies, Joyce and
The ones you made mention.
those ladies, I had those ladies in my committee as the treasurers. So those guys were dealing with money, finances and everything. So what they used to do is we would raise money amongst ourselves as a committee. We would contribute, let's say it's 100 kwacha, 100 kwacha, 100 kwacha, we print out tickets, we buy what needs to be bought, and then when we buy those things, if we raise the money from the event, then we would pay ourselves back the same money that we put into the program. You understand? So I feel even the new team and leadership that can implement the same program and the same ideas.
Mr. President, some of the challenges you faced and how you overcame them?
I think most of that we used to face, I think it was with management concerning the students' extracurricular activities. Most of the time you find that you organize very well good activities, but then how to achieve them becomes a problem again, because it requires some money. Then when you go to management, they will tell you they are going to give you a procedure that you're supposed to follow before they can give you the money. But again, when you follow that procedure, it was difficult for them. So I think we resorted to the idea of at least asking students to contribute a small amount of money, so that if we reach the target of the amount that we want, we're going to go. We're just going to get the permission from the management. But again, if we fall short, we'll go to the management and tell them to say, okay, this is how much we've raised, and then this is how much is remaining. There, at least they help.
Great.
And then one thing I would just like to say before we go any further, I would like to encourage even the new students that are coming in that Unicohs is still a growing school. It's not yet where all institutions like UNZA, Evelyn, or these other big institutions are. It's not there yet. So what you must understand is that sometimes just don't blame everything on the management. Like, oh, we're not having parties because of the management, we're not having sports because of management. We did a lot of things with our management, especially during our final year, because we knew to say, okay, this is a growing institution, and we do not have the institution does not have the money to fund almost everything.
Yeah.
So some of the things as students, as the student body, you know, okay, let's just do this on our own. Just tell them, Mr. Monday, we want to do this, we want to do that. Oh, okay, how are you going to do it? Oh, this is the program, this is how it's going to go. Do you have the money? Yes, the money is there. And you'll be shocked. By then, Mr. Single, how am I going to manage that? Are you going to achieve it? And you'll get surprised that pictures, you start posting pictures, people are excited. How did you do that? So please don't always rely on management. Such a time will come when we're supposed to build everything will be stable, no constructions going around and everything. Money will just start flowing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For every school to run, student representatives should be around. And this is a great team. 2016 to 2018, they did their best. And they're here today to tell us what is supposed to be done. We are supposed to organize, and definitely we are organizing the best things to come. Years to come, in the next 5 years, we are going to see Unicohs as the best 5, 6, 7 seconds. How do you see Unicohs in the next 5 years?
I think I'm seeing a very big institution.
Mr. President, less than 10 seconds. Give us, how do you see Unicohs in the next 5 years?
I think I see Unicohs as the best institution in the next 5 years because you can even tell.
Before you go into have you seen things that have changed? Unicohs?
Yes.
From the time you were there until the time that the people that are coming here.
Yes, because but before Unicohs, should I say, from renting a hotel,
Renting.
yes, renting a hotel to owning this beautiful structure you are seeing here, I think it's a very big achievement.
Very
You
much.
can even tell at the rate that this school is being built, it's quite impressive.
Why is impressive? Fast-growing institution. University College of Applied Sciences is built on Christian beliefs. You would agree.
That's one thing. That's one thing that actually brought us here because the Christian values of this school is awesome. It's what makes us growing into good students. Because in as much as we are students who want to have fun, to do whatever we want, we still need God. We still need prayers. That's why in each and every program that we organized, all the trips before we started it, we prayed before we went there. And we always prayed after we reached school. Thank you God for the program and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making this success. We always prayed. And that was something that has really helped me. I was also preaching.
Oh,
In
great.
like,
You don't look like someone that had ever preached.
you have to invite me. You have to invite me for
Well, definitely invite me.
You have to invite me.
It's a president.
But I think every time we had misunderstandings between management and students,
Yeah.
I think the church always united us.
Great.
The church is the only thing that brought us together, nothing
Wow.
else.
Great.
So the Christian values of this school are awesome, and we let it even grow more from where we left it.
We are definitely going to do that.
Too much.
Mr. President, in the last 5 seconds you take.
Join us.
I think I would encourage everybody out there who's going to watch this video to try and apply to come to Unicohs. I think for me, this has been the great institution despite the challenges that we had here and there, but I do not see the challenges going forward.
Yes, the challenges are always there. Even Onza has its own challenges. Unicohs has its challenges, but those challenges always have solutions. And I know the management has got solutions to the challenges that are here. So we don't always have to dwell on challenges like, okay, so don't always point at bad things. Let's also point at good things.
Every
This
school
life
has
is
their own
very-
challenges. Every school has their own
Every
challenges.
school has
Every
its
school.
challenges. Yes.
Exactly.
This is why we see the only thing, we see Unza royalty every day. You know why? Because of challenges.
They have-
bigger challenges. than
Exactly.
us. But you know what they do? Nobody ever points at those challenges. Points at those challenges. They only point at the good things of Unza. This is the biggest institution in
Biggest
Zambia.
institution.
This is Unza institution. When you look at it, you're just seeing Unza.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
us, when we come here, only pointing at, oh, unani pajaba, unani wanasa chicha,
Yeah.
bandani wanasa chicha, unani ndani anataba. That's not good. Let's also point at the good things that this school has. Because I think, even looking at the fees, I think it's one of the cheapest institutions.
One of the
It's one of
cheapest
the-
institutions.
It's one of the institutions that has got
Exactly.
people who are understanding. When you explain to them, you can come even for a day without being paid. Just explain to them, they are understanding. On that regard,
Thank you very much for having you guys on the show.
You're welcome.
And I really,
It's our
really
pleasure.
appreciate it. It's a pleasure to me as a host and to the entire management.
and let me just say, guys, this is a very good program that you've come up with. Please make sure that you continue with this program. Make sure that Webby, we upload you. Thank you so much for coming up with this program. You are doing major things. You're not even in the SRS with you.
I'm not in the
You
SRS.
should be the president.
Thank you very much. I should be the president. I should take his point. I
You
should
should
take
take
his
up
point.
like, what I'm saying is that these programs, we never had such programs. We have WhatsApp. We had WhatsApp.
Oh,
Yeah, which was doing very good.
The cut is still going.
The cut is still on.
The cut is
we
still
had
on.
we had What's the Cut. Now we have season 2 of What's the Cut.
Yeah, but
Which
I
is
like,
still-
I like the idea.
The idea is okay.
Yes.
Yes. Like they picked that from one we left it because Witty Boy is so excited. Witty Boy,
Very.
you guys who are doing What's the Cut, Levi, I don't know
And the group.
the group, but I just know Levi. I don't know the camera person. Guys, continue doing what you're doing. You have the full blessings from Witty Boy. The guy is really excited.
Great.
Birthday
Great.
is very excited. And this program also, guys, you like this program. Make sure you coordinate.
I was joined with the president 2018. I was joined with Office of Entertainment Officer. These guys were the best of what they did.
Yeah.
And trust me, they are still good at what they do. Trust me, these people have the. You have a platform.
Yeah, Facebook handles, Kevin Kinsey, Twitter, Kevin Kinsey as well, and then Instagram, Kevin CV. And then you can also follow the Masterminds podcast where we discuss a lot of things, trends, and everything. Also follow my channel, YouTube channel,
Great.
Kinsey Zambia. That's me.
The president seems to be a live one. He's so calm how he speaks and how he articulates issues. How can we catch you, Mr. President?
You can catch me on Facebook. The username is John Abraham Chama Jr. On Instagram, J Chama Jr. On Twitter, J Chama Jr.
Great. It's been a Unicohs talk show. Join me next time. How beautiful and how lovely this is because of people, the listeners, and the people that are watching this program. Catch us next time, and we love you.